What's up? I'm Tash LC and welcome to London Jerk Fest TV. Today, we are bringing you some incredible musicians, creatives and speakers from across London and the UK, bringing you over 10 hours worth of some amazing content from musicians such as Catching Cairo, Holly Cook, King Tubby, Saxon Sound Yazzus, and many, many more. And we're going to be raising money for the Stephen Lawrence Trust and for the Jamaican Basic Schools Foundation. Two charities that have been chosen directly by the artists and creatives and who have been left out in the cold at this very, very difficult time of need. So let's make some noise, have a dance, and most importantly, raise some cash for these extremely vital and important causes. Hello Cecil and hello Natty, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Good, happy to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you for being part of today's celebration. You guys are an intrinsic and such an important part of UK black music culture. So thank you, first of all.
Okay.
And happy 50th birthday to King Tubby's.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
Pardon?
How does it feel?
Well, as usual.
Yeah, business as usual.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, how has this, I mean, it's a long time, but how have these past 50 years been? I mean, Cecil, like, you came here in 1965 and set up the system from the moment you were here pretty much, and like seeing that change must just be
I've been here from a young boy, go to school here and everything.
Yeah.
Like that, so.
But seeing the system evolve and then now seeing what a sound system means in 2020, what do you feel like a sound system does mean in 2020?
Well, it's nice to know that, you know what I mean, I've been recognized to reach this far, and now at the age of 19 and coming up nearly 70 now, I'm still going. I'm very proud.
And like Natty, how did you get involved with Tubby's?
Well, I can say sound has been in my sort of my blood from when I was a little boy, because reggae music and sound system go hand in hand, and Tubby's was one of the sounds that I knew of from when I was a little boy still. It had 5 sounds that was really 5 or 6. He had King Tubby's, Coxon, Shaka, Quaker City from Birmingham, Fat Man was the 5 songs I knew about from when I was a little boy, before I know even nothing about music, you understand? And I was there, and you know, years and years passed along and doing my thing, and Cecil see me one day and see me playing music in one spot and say, yo, I never know you do this sound. Tubby's, and I said, Tubby's, yeah? It's a big sound, so you don't know, so it would be an honor to be, not even I don't push it, I was asked to come on the sound, so that's more than an honor, you understand? So I took it with open arms, and then just moved forward, and we just took it from there, you understand?
Yeah, for sure, like, and I've watched a couple of videos of the clashes, and I see like it's a serious business. I watched one that was at like Brixton Town Hall, and there's one up in Harlesden. Cool. And people don't play. Like people are not playing. Like they're serious.
Serious thing.
People don't come to play.
It's when you say a musical, it's a musical war. The only things you haven't got is tanks and bullets and these things, but the tanks you just replace them with music and things. But it's the same sort of principle. You understand? It's the same sort of aggression, you know what I mean? So it's a proper war thing, you know? And
it's like how you have like rap battles, and then in sound systems it's the same energy. It's like the sound, there's 2 sound man, and you've also got there's like what is the role of the mediator, and how does it actually work in terms of the decider? The compare, yeah.
Well, he's just there like a referee, like I got a wrestling match and you don't know, so what a boxing match is just keep the size there, and more as a timekeeper and these things, you understand? And he's there to coordinate with the crowd and see what their opinion on the situation is, you understand? But one thing I would say, from when Cecil had his sound from years ago, sound clash from them to now is like, it's evolved in a different way, because in a sound clash them time, you had to have your own sound to be getting involved in that. So now everyone's saying that they're a sound system and it's just music they got. They haven't got the actual physical machine. You see it? So that is a sore point. You can it's a bone of contention in the music with certain sound owners nowadays. You understand? Because with the sound owners, they've got to maintain their machine. With some man, they just got to buy a tune. You understand? So you have to weigh it up, you know, and gauge it for what it is.
Yeah, I mean, like with Tubby, and I was reading up into like his legacy and the way that he would build a sound, and that's why he was so revolutionary, because he was like getting inside of speakers and understanding like the mechanics of a speaker and what it means beyond just the dub and the sub, and the actual sound itself, and understanding that it's like a whole nother level of like science to it. It's fascinating.
Well, with the sound system, as the owner for the sound system, you have to make sure your equipment properly maintained. And you also have to look after like transportation to transport from A to B, and also find the dubs and 45 or whatever to make it
a good performance. You understand?
So,
And how much has the actual system itself and the equipment changed over the years? And is it always maintained the same?
well, my equipment is not a shop. It is a
Custom
built sound system. And the guy that actually do it for me, Mr. Harold, he always maintain and keep it up to scratch. But he's getting on now in age, so it's sort of a cut down. So right now I've got to start thinking what is the next best thing. And who can really keep it up to that standard, should in case anything go wrong with it. But I can do a little bit for myself, so.
What do you feel like that next best thing looks like though? What can you imagine that being?
Well, for me, the next best thing, my daughter and them want to carry on with it, so I'll try and help them. I'm getting on in age now, like Mr. Harold, so I've got to pass it down with the help of the fridge, juvenile and all them, so that, but I'm still there, you know what I mean? As an eye to make sure everything is running right.
For legacy, you know?
Overseer.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And like talking of dubs and 45s, like what over the years have been like of course the music's been ever changing and the dubs and the cuts, but like what's been the tunes that are always gonna go off and always pop each and every time?
Well, you got errors in the thing still, you know? There's errors as far as I'm concerned. And as far as, in my point of view, I don't know if it's my issue or age thing, this was the rhythms that they're building now. It's kind of play today, you forget it tomorrow. It's not timeless, you understand? It's from say about 85, before that, you can still hold on to them tunes and they still got longevity, they still have shelf life, you still work with them. But because there was not so many producers, that the producers, they made a name for themselves and they're legendary. Everybody's a producer now, from got a laptop in their house and it's just some little watered down rhythm, no substance to it, you understand? You know, so that's the sort of rhythms that they're voicing. They're making their 45s and they're gonna put the most of the artists, them, if you want your tune to last long, you get it on your nowadays rhythm and you put it on one of the other days rhythm. They forget some little longevity out of your thing still. You understand?
Most of that sort of thing is because they don't spend time to do it properly. It's a rush thing.
It is.
And if you rush something, it's only for a short time.
Like
if you spend time and do it properly the way it is supposed to be done.
It's like a conveyor belt, because there's so much so much sound. It's just like, you understand, there's no, as if say, no effort and no time put into the thing, you understand? You know?
But then like how do you guys feel like you keep up with what's new and like what has piqued your interest recently in terms of like I guess like the new wave of artists on the scene? Like, you know, you've got your Chronics, your Proteges, your Coffees, your Alakai Harleys, John Nines, like who's really sort of piqued?
Don't get me wrong, you have to keep yourself up to the time because you have to give the crowd what they want still. You understand? So therefore you can have your personal preferences and you put that one side, but you have to please the public also, you understand? Yeah. That is the main concept of having sound and playing to the public, you understand?
Not being funny, most of the young artists really is a one-hit wonder. One song and that's it. They haven't got no other song to go along like 3, 4, 5s. Just one song. So I say it's a one-hit wonder.
You understand? Time if you play it today, you forget it tomorrow. You even forget, oh, that song there, I remember it from because it's got no impact. You understand? You know?
Yeah, I do, but I do also feel like, you know, for example, like with Chronix, I do feel like he's got, and like with Jar9 in particular, I feel like they've got messages to their music where their songs do feel like they've got longevity to them, because I think that they discuss themes and like, in terms of visuals as well, there's a lot more substance.
There's a lot that you can put him in a kind of category above certain other artists, but still with the man them that come before him, he's got a lot of work to do to catch up to what they did before him. You understand what I'm saying? Still, I got a long road to travel. You see me?
And like when we say like it's a one-hit wonder, we
Because-
don't call any direct artist, because if you do that, you'll be in trouble.
It's gonna be a problem.
So it's just say who the cap fit wear it.
Yeah, for real.
We can't put Chronix with most of what we're, because Chronix now seems to be like gonna be a long-lasting artist if we're gonna start but there's others as well. So we don't want to really call an individual name. You get yourself in trouble.
We don't want any clashes. Keep the clash for the music only.
Yeah.
There you go. But you know, there's still a whole heap of room for him to get the legacy there where the Dennis Brown them do and the Gregory and them, John Oates and these guys. You understand? Them man set the foundation and they put enough work. You understand? And then that's why they get their legendary status. You understand? That's my point of view. So you understand? You can't knock him for what he's doing still, because at least he's doing something more than some of the little slackness, and you don't know there's some derogatory content on the music. It's got no lyrical content to it. You understand? So it ain't really got that value. You know.
Is that an element that you guys still hold very dear then, is like lyrical content? And
Well, because
finding meaning?
music is like, it's supposed to be a vehicle. It's like you use it to express certain things, send certain messages and these things. And that's what the whole idea, the music thing, you know, you're sending out a message and you put it in your music. So if you're gonna put certain things in the song, what kind of message are you sending out?
Yeah.
You understand? I remember children are listening to these things very, because all them songs are playing on the radio and they're very fast and they would listen to it and they're picking up lyrical content, and that is what they're picking up on these things. You understand? So it's make sure, as I said, kids are like a blank cassette or a blank CD, and it's like what you record on the CD is what they're listening to. You understand? So you have to be very, very mindful of what you really are pushing out to the public. Or we as selectors we're responsible as well for what we play to the public as well. Because if it's say that's not too wonderful, I'm gonna be holding back. I don't really too feel I should be shoving that out to the public. You understand? You know?
That there's a responsibility.
Yeah, it's definitely as a selector you have to have a responsibility.
But I mean, even like here, we've got to also be careful of what we say, because a lot of artists take it completely different to the way. So you have to be careful.
Would you like then, do you feel like you would like to see a younger crowd engaging more with the clashes and the cultures and with the sound and with the sound system culture now?
But there is a young crowd. There is a young crowd.
Maybe I'm just
in the
going
Clash.
based off what I've seen on
Yeah,
clashes.
there's a young crowd. There's a young crowd in the clashes. That's why when you play certain songs, they want to hear certain songs, or should I say, when you go there, they want to hear the hardcore derogatory business, you understand? So when you're playing certain little songs with a decent messages, it's like, so you're playing not too wonderful songs, you understand what I'm saying?
Like church music.
Yeah, it's like, so where you going with that? You understand? We never come here to hear that. You understand?
Yeah, but you see, that's the way the youngsters, because when I start my son, I was the age of 19. And most of the people that actually give me the support is 25, 30 or
Elders. They were elders.
But now it's a different ball game. Now, it's not to really say it's a different ball game, but the way in which most of the youngsters carry on, the elderly people don't want to go.
Yeah.
It's like most of the song now is causing a division.
Oh, Okay.
But you check it like this. You go into a not even a sound clash, you go into a rave and people get under their alcohol and certain sort of songs are playing and it's got a certain lyrical content. It will kind of hype up the crowd into behaving a certain way. You understand? And then you see some violence start erupting in the place. You understand what I'm saying to you? You know, so it's like they take on board what the lyrics are in the song and they want to live that. You understand? You know, so it's like you're watching a western on the film and you think you're John Wayne and you're picking up your gun and you're going out on the street and they're doing what the man did in the film. You understand? That's the same sort of mentality that they're developing. You know.
And you say that's the same across, like, not just in
it's not even in reggae. It's
of course, yeah.
It's across the board still. You understand? So I don't know if it's just a society thing or I don't know if it's a rebellious thing, because in the 70s the rebellion was a different sort of argument. They were fighting against the system and they were fighting against Babylon and all of these things there, but now it's a different fight, but it's the same fight. You understand? You know?
But then again, I guess that rings true now that we're fighting another fight all over
yeah,
again.
but this is what I'm saying. You know? So, but before it was a more conscious thing. In the 70s and 80s, it had a more Rasta influence in it. You understand? Most of the musicians and most of the artists then they had a Rasta thing in it, so there was on a different sort of vibe. You understand? Now it's some tight pants and bleach out thing and some shape of some different.
Nothing wrong with some tight pants, all right?
Some different thing.
Have a little wine now and again.
Yeah, understand? But it's a different era.
It's different.
But you understand? You know, real thing.
For real.
Well, I let Harvey do most of this talking because I'm only the owner of the equipment and the sound system. He's the one that actually goes out with all the others and play. And also, what went on there? They'll have to report back to me and say so. So I said, some I said, keep my mouth shut. Some I said, I don't want. That's my role in.
My figure eight still. Them like to see around the song.
But I like the music thing because I'm not a person of much hobby. When I start my sound system, I start it as an hobby because I love music. So that is, you know me.
But that's what I noticed as well from what I've watched in the footage of Tashes, etc. Like the crowds are. I don't even see people drinking too tough.
They don't. That's a
people
thing.
Are just so focused on
it's
the
like
music,
they're in a trance.
Really
Yeah, it's a trance. It's a trance because if you look in the crowd, they're just standing up and watching everything. It's like theatre. You understand? They want to see the performance. They want to see how the mic man perform. They want to see how the mic man perform with the selector. They want to see everything. So they stand up and watching everything that's going on there. And it's like a different sort of scenario. When you go to a wine bar and everybody's dancing, you see man dancing with woman, you see all kind of different. It's like night and day. Different thing completely.
Different kind of appreciation, but just it's fascinating because it's something that I just don't see that sort of like fully focused concentration on the music.
But you don't know the people when they hear their song, you will see reaction and people will make the noise for their song and thing. If you're playing the right song and you've got a little momentum going and you're playing song back or song and you don't know, that's when you'll get a reaction off of the crowd still. You understand? That's when you'll see a little bit of movement and excitement still. You see me? Away from the little nightclub and the night. You understand? So it's like two different ball games, you know what I mean? In the same music arena still, you know?
Well, with me, the sound system we built it as entertainment. I remember I used to go to a club in Brixton called Ram Jam.
Ram Jam, where was that?
On Brixton Road, right in front of the police station, every Sunday. And you know what I used to do, me and my friends? When we leave and going home, we count how many dance we get. How many girls we dance with. It's nothing like that today.
For real.
We used to sit down.
And compare.
And compare. And I could tell you which girl dance with best and who can't dance. And you don't have that now.
You don't have that. You don't have that. And you're carry your personal woman who dance. You understand? And that's the way there. Yeah.
But I mean, 50 years is a long time. Like, what are
15.
50. 50. No, 50. Don't worry. 50 is a long time. And like, what are some highlights that are stuck in your mind that you can remember from over the years, from clashes, from events, from carnival, just some like peak moments that you've thoroughly enjoyed and loved?
Me, I'm just who can talk many. I've been around the sound nearly 7 years, and it's been very action packed. The foreign trips is what really stands out for me, because nothing better than you're taking a plane, you go out and you give your thing to somebody different overseas. You understand? To make them appreciate the Tommy's thing. You understand? That for me is a highlight, because we've been several places, Europe, we've been Jamaica and USA, we've been several places too,
Wow.
you know. Last year we was in Jamaica on the Boom Clash thing still.
How's that?
Red Bull. It was a good experience
Yeah.
still. It was a good experience. We give them the thing, but you don't know Jamaica. I don't business what them say Jamaica, them bias, they don't want to give it Tommy's the things. You understand? But we show them say Tommy's have song. We got Ricky Trooper, cause him talk the truth, him not tell lie on music, and that's what he said. You understand? He know say Tommy's deal with the thing. You understand?
Always.
Yeah, we stamp with authority. That's what I like to do. We left a mark anywhere we go. You understand?
There was I think it was an interview I was watching Cecil chatting about. You went to Germany and had a clash, and nobody was even speaking English. You said,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter because people are like, it's a whole different
Music
language.
different.
They still like the music.
Music.
They like the music we play.
But they can't speak English, but they can
can't.
sing the songs word for word.
Wow.
You understand? You know? So that's
I personally, at my age, I still like the Clash thing, but there's certain little elements in it I don't like.
Clash can be fun still, you know. It can be a fun thing. Cause it is nothing because everybody, when they have music, even before this big sound thing, when you play in sound and you string up with another sound, it's always a rivalry. From day when I was it's always a rivalry. I want to know, so I can play my songs better than you. I've got better songs than you. So it's always been like a clash thing. Anytime when sounds string up together, you know. But now it can be fun. But it depends. Some people can take it a little bit too far and get a little bit too personal, you know, and it's too deep when it comes to it. Deep, and they wanna. I see certain clash when all violence gets involved, and there's no reason. The violence is supposed to be in music. You understand? Straight up, you know. You're supposed to make the music do the talking. If any violent aspect is supposed to be the lyrical content, if that's what you wanna do, you understand?
And I mean that's what the culture was created for, was for like unification,
Well,
you
there
know.
you go,
So the
that-
last thing you want is divide.
Divide, yeah.
Yeah. So like being, of course, like in the UK, being in London, Carnival is a huge part of like the black experience for like a lot of people. And you guys have been a part of
Not
Carnival.
black and white as well. You in the round of a cosmopolitan.
Yeah, exactly. So of course, but I think
Yeah.
in the context of being like British Caribbean, personally, it's
yeah.
been such an intrinsic part of like my life. And why is Carnival still meaningful to you guys and to Tubbies?
Well, where you going, father?
With Carnival, as far as I'm concerned right now, for myself, because I've got a big sound system, I want to explore and prove that I've got the best sound system in the country from 1970 until now. So that is my
Personal. Yeah,
like for Carnival. And
nothing's not better than you see hundreds of people staying with your thing all day, and you know you're entertaining them all
and
day. You
they
understand?
enjoy
Nothing
themselves.
better than that. You understand? And you know, so anything you've got the crowd. Nobody's not moving from the fine Tubbies. That's out there for the whole day. You understand? A year to year thing. You understand? I got several friends that say, I stood at the top of Westbourne Park Road and I looked down and I said, nah, I'm not even coming
There's
down
no need
there.
to move,
I
just
can't
stay
come.
put.
Yo, too ram, you understand? So therefore it's a highlight for the years too, because you know, it's like we'll give back something to the fans them, so
Community.
who come and pay to see us throughout the year, and they can come and hear us and get a full enjoyment for the day, you understand? 2 days straight, you understand? Sunday, Monday, even when the rain's falling, it's the same thing, man. Dance with them umbrella, you know, them good. So,
I remember it.
yeah, and that's waterproofs, you understand? Yeah. You know? So it is
what it is.
it's a good look still, as long as as far as it will last, you know? You know, it's just a shame, say, through the situation it kind of got pulled this year, you know?
But back bigger and better than ever. As
So they
always.
say. So they say.
And with the Carnival, I like it because it's a multiracial, black and white, young and old. So therefore, when I see everyone dancing and enjoying themselves, I feel good. I don't like when I see trouble or any fuss or anything like that.
And to know, so we've been there year to year for the majority of Carnival. Tubby's has been a part of that. You understand? If changed location, but still been part of it. Still, you know.
And what do you feel like? 50 years on, what does the future now look like for Tubby's sound system?
Future look bright. We have Juvenile Wayne there. We soon bring him Fisted down and you have a little talk with you. That's
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. It's the future.
We always leave room for the younger people to come in if they want
Wayne
to.
there.
But
See me.
with
Juvenile
me,
there.
Do you want to come for a chat?
Yeah, come bring him in. Get a chair for him to sit down and give him a two. Yeah, man. Come in.
Yeah, come through. And now we've got a young gen of King Tubby system with us, Juvenile. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. You?
I'm good. These two just brought you on the spot, so I hope you don't
Yeah.
mind.
No, I don't mind.
And so how long have you been part of Tubby's?
A year and a bit.
Okay.
A year and a bit still.
How did you kind of find yourself getting involved?
Just asked the boss one time.
Yeah.
I've just been following King Tubby for a very long time. And
Really?
just asked him, cause I thought that's what I wanted to do, innit? So I was like, yeah, can I join? He said, no problem. And now I'm here. So,
And you're 18, right?
yeah.
So among your generation, do you feel like you're one of the few people that you know that are heavily into sound system culture? Do you know, have you got
I don't know anyone other than myself that's on a sound known for, I wouldn't say old music, but known for so many foundation kind of songs and that. I actually don't know another person that's on a sound like this that's been experiencing things like this, so it's a joy.
Yeah, I feel like it's rare to see.
It is, because they don't want to lift up speaker boxes and these things nowadays. It's a laptop on the back and they're gone, you know. Plus it's a money thing as well, you know.
This is what I want to do. If there's anything I want to do, it has to be this. My hobby.
But do you feel like that love's also been passed down generationally? Are you from a Caribbean background?
Yeah, from a Caribbean background still. And my dad's a known DJ, so
It's always in the blood.
Yeah, it's always in the blood.
Yeah. But what's the experience been like following the sound round? What is that like being on the road?
I don't know how to explain it. It's just like every time we get a book in, it's like another step forward into experiencing different things. It's like there's another booking that comes through. It's a joy. How can I say it? It's like me being a bigger person, but I'm not actually a bigger person. I'm at a young age and I'm experiencing things too. It's the best thing. I know others might not like music, but to me, it's the best thing in the world. Better than the job, to be honest.
Is there anything that you feel like I'm sure it's much better than a job. Is there anything that you feel like your generation or your friends around you could learn from being part of the sound or part of the sound system?
Yeah, they can learn to stay off the road. If I wasn't in this music thing, I would just see myself dilly-dallying on the road and that with my friends and that. I just think this is the best thing for me at this time and age.
To channel that passion. And it must be so refreshing as well for you guys to have Juvenile on board.
Of course, because I know as one of the selectors up there, so I know I'm confident I can leave him and he knows how to take care of the situation. I'm confident in his ability, you understand? And I've got no fear in that, you understand? So I know, so he knows his thing. You know?
And with me, as the owner, I'm a person, I'll sit in that corner there, but I watch everything and listen everything. I don't miss a trick.
I've been learning. I've been practicing over the years before I come to us. So I came well prepared. So
It's getting rave reviews in the community still. They like him around the thing, you know. Surprised you haven't seen him on social media as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna keep an eye out now.
Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out.
It's a beautiful thing. And what do you feel like has been one of the biggest things that you've learned since joining the system?
It's a hard one. I've learned a couple things. The biggest is to keep my head straight and not just because like people might like what I'm doing. Just don't get to my head in that car. It's just gonna take me over, and then I'm just gonna think I just want bigger things, and I'm still young. It's like there's lots of things to experience, so it's one of those things. Still.
You seem very wise, like beyond your years, and I feel like that's
it's a good company,
Yeah, I love it. Very confident, very self-assured, and thank you guys for coming through and chatting today, because you are, as I said, such an important part of Black UK music, Jamaican culture, sound system culture, and thank you for continuing to fly the flag. And here's to another 50 years, endless wins and love and family.
Thanks.
Thank you very much for having us.
You're welcome. Thank you, Tubbies.
No problem.
Thanks to you for camera crew and everybody.
Thanks to all these little workers. I can't wait to see you in the dance at some point, hopefully soon.
Giving it to them,
Thank you.
All right, let's.
Hi, it's Stuart Lawrence here from the Stephen Lawrence Trust. You are watching London Jerk Festival virtual charity fundraiser. Please donate through the link at the top of the page. Thanks, guys.
Hi, this is Kelly Jade from the Jamaica Basic School Foundation. We raise funds to help children aged 3 to 12 years old in basic schools across the island. Your donations help support building and facilities maintenance, education supplies, and teacher training. To make a donation, please click the GoFundMe page link at the top of the page. Your donations really do go a long way and are greatly appreciated. Please tell a friend to tell a friend and like and share the stream so we can spread the message far and wide. Thanks for watching today. Up next is King Tubby's with special guests Skinny Man and Killer P.